Crypto venture capitalists are surely a major factor in terms of determining exactly where the market is going to move, right? Well, that was certainly the case in the first quarter of 2022 when crypto VCs invested no less than $12 billion in altcoin startups. And really that was the tail end of the last crypto bull run. But as far as VC investment, since that time, it's gone down quarter after quarter. For reference, we're only seeing $2 to $3 billion per quarter in terms of VC investment, but the trend is starting to turn around. In Q1 and Q2 of 2024, we're actually seeing an uptick in not only invested funds, but by extension, venture capitalist interest. So we're going to analyze this trend, extrapolate it if we can, and draw some conclusions, and also take a look at those projects in particular that have captivated the VCs. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. Maybe you're a VC whale, maybe you're more of a minnow like myself. Either way, I do wish you well. But I'm not a financial or investment advisor. Please remember that. And by extension, also remember that this video is not official financial or investment advice. So zooming out and taking a look at the broader picture here, wide angle perspective, why are crypto VC investments down overall? Well, let's consider that altcoins are currently underperforming, and that's probably an understatement. It's not been great as far as the start to a bull run for altcoins, which has left a lot of people scratching their heads and kind of asking what happened to alt season. Well, we actually first need to look back at the previous alt season during the 2021 bull run. Crypto was on fire and everything kind of was frenetic. There was a lot of energy. Retail entered the market and there seemed to be no limits. Venture capitalists also started to pump money into new projects. And like I said, they pumped a lot of money into the space, $12 billion in Q1 of 2022. That was and still is very much unprecedented. So a VC invests capital into a project at an early stage, and in general, that's around 6 months to 2 years before it launches. They receive a favorable price for the token, but there's vesting involved, meaning that they typically have to wait at least a year before they see their first project tokens. With VC funding, projects can start developing their ideas. The bull market also showed the potential upside for VCs by investing early. And so as a result, there was an increase in new projects and their tokens. But, then we have Luna, FTX, and other projects that failed, unfortunately, with a few particularly catastrophic examples. As pronounced and as exciting as the bull market was, the bear market that followed was really its polar opposite and equivalent in a negative sense. And this meant that a lot of projects, those that were sitting on VC money, delayed launching their project because, of course, you don't want to launch during a crypto winter. Many that didn't survive. And up until Q4 of 2023 started, the market actually exhibited an upward trend again. This resulted in an overload of projects launching. I'm talking 1 million between April and June 2023. So there were far too many projects launching. And then in sync with that, we saw the meme craze as well. But in the meantime, VCs started to back off from throwing so much money around. They didn't really see the returns that they were expecting. And so in a nutshell, that's where we find ourselves now as far as the current situation. Yes, VCs are investing, but the volume is down. Maybe that means they're getting more selective. The choices are just more specific this time around. So with that in mind, let's check out exactly what venture capitalists are investing in. Well, for context here, and as this galaxy picture shows, 5 categories take up 70% of VC investments during Q2 of 2024. Some are rather broad descriptions. So for example, Web3/NFT/DAO/Metaverse, that's a whole lot of stuff that's put together, but that category got 24%. Infrastructure walked away with 15%. Trading and exchange and investing and lending, that amounted to 12%. Layer 1 also had 12%, and Layer 2/interoperability got 7%. And the first project on this list that VCs have been very interested in is Sentient. This is an AI project. They raised $85 million in their seed round. A seed round, of course, is when things start to become serious. It comes after the pre-seed round and shows that your project is viable. Not only that, but that it's also growing. And Sentient is an AI research organization. It develops a new open AGI economy for AI builders and creators. AGI is artificial general intelligence. And the project saw a handful of Tier 1 VC interest. There were also plenty of Tier 2 and Tier 3 VCs. So big names like Pantera Capital, Hashkey Capital, the Spartan Group, Delphi Ventures, and Framework Ventures. And so seeing an AI project here, artificial intelligence, with such a big investment probably shouldn't come as a major surprise. AI, after all, is a pretty hot crypto sector and a pretty relevant narrative right now. But there's more to it than just the AI angle, because Sentient also has an airdrop going on. If you take part in their testnet, you may qualify. So I'll include a link to this. You can check out the form and fill it out if you wish. You can find that in the description below. Here's another VC favorite in the form of MegaETH, which is a layer 1 chain, and it's aiming to bring Web 2 level real-time performance to crypto. That would be a first, by the way. They want to effectively bridge the gap between blockchains and traditional cloud computing servers. As the name implies, that's for Ethereum layer 2s. Now, it has a couple of features that stand out. So, for instance, very high transaction throughput, abundant computation capacity, millisecond level response time even under heavy loads, which is actually a unique feature. And in late June, investors raised $20 million in a seed round. Some of the contributors included Dragonfly Capital. This VC has a 14.88x ROI, return on investment, across 152 projects. Vitalik Buterin here was also an angel investors. Other contributors included Big Brain Holdings and Figment Capital. Generally speaking, I'm a pretty big fanboy of Vitalik, and he's a much smarter individual than I am. So the way I look at it, if there's something that he likes or something that captures his interest, that's at least worth checking out. And that's whether you like Ethereum or not. $20 million is also a nice figure, and that's going to keep the project going for a little while based on its current size. It's in the early stages after all. Okay, and last but not least here, this one's an infrastructure play. We have Conduit. This is an infrastructure platform for crypto that offers scaling opportunities to developers. Conduit built its platform on the OP stack. However, already over 200 testnets and mainnets deployed on Conduit. And combined, these chains lock a total of 1.2 billion in TVL, total value locked. It already expanded on-chain computation on Ethereum by 15 times to date. That, of course, represents the runtime gas cost. That's the ratio of gas consumption in time. It also offers RAAS, or Rollups as a Service. Conduit handles things like scalability, reliability, and upgrades. And so as a developer, this allows you to concentrate on building and improving your app. In late June, during a Series A round, the project raised $37 million. In March, it already raised $7 million during its seed round. So to date, it totals $44 million in funding. Some of the investors here for the Series A round include Paradigm. Now, they have a massive 1,381 times ROI across 93 projects. That is seriously impressive. Also, we have Coinbase Ventures with a more modest but still impressive 10.44 times ROI across many more projects, 401 projects. So definitely some very strong names and some big guns here that have a lot of confidence and that are backing Conduit's start in crypto here. Now, as you may have noticed, none of these projects have a token yet. However, if you follow our alpha channel with our tips and tricks as far as how to find new projects, these are going to pop up soon. And of course, we will alert you to their presence. And I've mentioned this plenty of times before, but I'll say it one more time. It pays to be early in crypto. We only charge $15 a month. One good trade, one good return nets you many, many times that price of entry. So check out our Altcoin Buzz alpha link in the description below.